to Russia and Saudi Arabia and oil here in just a minute, but I did want to follow up on that. Regarding the Fed, I know it's one of your favorite organizations. You've come on the airwaves and you've talked positively about it many times, Bubba. Of course, I'm saying this in jest. but we're talking about another possible rate cut. We might see it as soon as next week. President Trump is out there tweeting. He's saying bring the rates to zero, and something he's consistently said. He's even talked about negative rates now, telling Jerome Powell to move that far with the rate cuts. I mean, are we going to see this rate cut? And you're saying it doesn't help anything anyway, it just makes things worse, right?
I agree. I think it's terrible. Okay, look, I think President Trump is 100% right with his logic. Listen, remember, he's thinking as a businessman, and as a businessman, a rate cut helps everybody. And the bottom line is, we issue a treasury bond. People are borrowing that money, we're paying the interest rate. So in the going environment, we could lower our rates to a quarter, because people are still going to flood their money into our treasury market because everybody else is negative. But in real market terms, it shows weakness because, again, we're the leaders. We should not be cutting. We should show the strength we have, especially with the underlying economy. But we're not doing that. This is again, why the Fed should be put out of business, because they don't understand nor do they promote the free market system. The markets will tell you where rates should be. All they're doing now is letting banks get over-leveraged once again. They're creating the next big collapse, which will be another 40 to 50% haircut in this market when it starts to come. Now, is this the start? Could be. I don't know. But it will create another major problem because they're allowing things to get over-leveraged. Meantime, all the predatory or higher rate lenders are making a fortune because the banks are buying all their loans because they're paying these guys 3 to 4 basis points on top, and the banks are taking those loans, which are not good loans to begin with. So this whole thing's going to eventually blow up, and this manipulation of money is a farce.
Well, before we go, I do want to move on to the oil industry, where it rebounded a little bit on Tuesday after the worst day in nearly 30 years. Now, some of that is on the back of the Russia Energy Minister, Alexander Novak, saying that Moscow is actually open to talks with OPEC at the end of this month before the deal expires as to Saudi Arabia no longer or starting to produce more oil, as they have said. Break down what's happened with the oil market in the last 48 hours for us.
Well, first of all, oil is in a bear market. That's number one. Okay, so the initial panic that came in on Sunday night, okay, was based on the fear of what might happen there. But again, what they're trying to really do, if you think that they don't really have a plan here, this is more public BS as far as I'm concerned. They're dying to put the frackers out of business. If they can push oil low enough, okay, where these loans get called and all this funding that's out here to help these small frackers continue to pump oil, which made the United States the #1 producer in the world, that will create a problem. And that's their plan. There's no way they make a deal beforehand. They're going to continue to try to keep the pressure on oil and push lower. But in the meantime, the market itself, once oil hits 60, has come straight down. I mean, we're down almost 40% from the overall highs. And it looks like we're going lower. I'm sure we're going to test that 27 low again before we get any real kind of rally. This is a natural dead cat bounce after a 12 or 10 or 12 point drop in oil. You're going to see a bounce. I mean, just like the stock market, you knew it was going to bounce today. For how much we didn't know, but we knew it was going to bounce.
Todd Bubba Horowitz, Fed cheerleader and chief strategist at Bubba Trading. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. And if you do like what you're listening to, please tell your friends and family. This is so important for them to be educated. Please. This is the greatest time that we've ever lived in during our generation. Guys, it is very, very imperative that you educate them. If you're not sitting on my channel, educate them. In 9 months, we're going to be in a whole nother different system. Now, looking at the stock market, the cryptos, and the video, you just listened to a guy that said the same exact thing. It's just fundamentals. You know, a lot of guys who understand the fundamentals and understand how the system works, we're going to sound alike because we know the Fed controls the house. But the fact is that you have to understand history repeats itself. The Great Depression made the billionaires that you're looking at today. They didn't have any money. They went from hundreds of thousands to hundreds of millions to billionaires from the Great Depression. These are the guys that you're looking at today. That's why I said a small $400 to $500 investment is going to make you wealthy. Just that. And the fact is that right now cryptos are down. Believe me, it is the future. Some of you may not be able to see it because you don't understand history, but it is definitely the future. Believe me, we are going into the digital age, where it's only going to be automation, robots, algorithms. That's where we're headed to. So I just want to make sure that we understand that if we look at the Fed and we understand what they're doing right now, only thing they did was inject us for about a year and a half, 2 years, and they just pulled it right back out. So they took 4.3 trillion, well actually 5 now, 5 and some change now. And then they offer to put 1.5 trillion back into the market like they're being savior. I mean, it's just, I understand the American people, the masses don't understand. This has nothing to do with the virus narrative. You have 40 people who have passed away inside the United States from this virus. 40 people. 40. And they shutting down everything because this is a way for them to siphon out and get us on this new economy, guys. That's what it's about. And I went over the NBA, March Madness. They shut that down. But guys, go and do your research. They passed because I had to do my own research because I know the New World Order. I study them. But they passed a law called the Majour Clause. And they put that in, well, not passed a law, but they put the Majour Clause inside of the NBA contract. And guess when? During 9/11. So guys, they are 10, 20, 30 years ahead of us because they knew this time would come. And now they're straight because they're going to be taken care of right now at that point anyway. So guys, we have to make sure that we understand that everything in front of us is planned. We are the audience, they are the stage. But you have to position yourself to make money. And that's why I said about trading. Yes, you definitely have to hold. But traders, we don't care whether it's going up or going down. We make money no matter what. Those who had dropped from 8,000 down to 4,000, whatever cryptos you had dropped 20, 30, 40%. If you've been in the crypto market, we've already felt this. We dropped from 20,000 down to 3,000. We went right back up to 14,000 in 6 months. We don't care because we understand it. But I'm talking about it for the people that are just in the crypto market. They haven't felt it. They weren't in it in the beginning. We know how this works. We're not scared. But I'm doing this video for those who are scared. Like, man, am I going to lose? No. Calm yourself down. This is a game. That's what I'm here for. That's why I said, send your friends and family to my channel. I'm going to educate you, and I'm going to put the proof there so therefore you can see it. This is a game, guys. You just have to be willing to play it. You got to have the stomach, though, to play it. When it went from 20,000 down to 3,000, a lot of people ran. Went right back up to 14,000. Guys, you have to understand that this is a game. Get in the game, play it. If you don't know how to trade, go to my trading video. Find the bottom, go to the rise to the top, and if you're trading, you get in at 2 or 3 different points. I showed it in the video, so therefore you understand. I broke it down for you. I gave you the cryptos to buy. I gave you the stocks to buy. Guys, this is the time that you got to get in and make your money. Now, the VIX right now The VIX normally is 30 days out. And what I mean by that, the VIX will give you volatility for the next 30 days. So basically, we went down beginning of the week, well, actually last week. So we have 2 more weeks of volatility because that's what the VIX shows us. So the fact is that that's another way of making easy money is shorting the VIX because the market is going to calm down. But this is for something bigger. How many times have I told you this? This is for the end of the year. They're doing this. This is a test, guys. This is what this is. This is just a test. And if I had the music, I would do it. This is just a test. That's all this is for what's going to happen at the end of the year. You haven't seen anything yet. That's why I'm trying to get you prepared. Guys, 40 people in the United States have passed away from the virus and they've shut everything down. The masses will believe anything. You see it. If your eyes is open, you see it. Don't get rattled. Don't get scared. I'm going to take care of you. Believe me. We're going right back up. Crypto market, everything is going to be on blockchain. But they have to have a way to get us there. All automation, your robots, your cars with nobody in it driving. We're going there, but they have to get us there. This is the process, people. This is the process. But on the way there, we're going to make our money. You stick with me, I'm going to make sure you make your money. You may be down right now, but believe me, I'm going to make sure you make that money. But I do tell you to trade because this is the perfect time to trade. Buy, sell, so therefore you can fill your bags. But guys, that's all I have for you. Guys, don't forget about the Cryptoteacher book. Also, go to the website, btcteacher.com, get the book. Also, the sites for the cryptos, Binance, Bitrue, Coinbase for your stocks. If you don't want to do Robinhood, you have Webull. I use Fidelity also. Don't forget everything's going to have a chip in it. Your gaming stocks, your Cobalt. Guys, don't get scared. Don't get rattled. This is a game. And we Michael Jordan right now. You have a good day.